Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're just going to have a little conversation about what to expect at a home buyer consultation. If you're not familiar with this is something that I've been a real estate agent since 2015. This is something I never did the first few years in my business. And this is something that honestly, probably 99% of real estate agents aren't going to do. They're just going to meet you at the first house that you want to see. And I really do believe, just from seeing, the results of working with buyers before doing these and then now doing it in our business, I really think it's in your best interest to have this buyer consultation. So what is it? What to expect? That's what we're talking about today.
Mm-hmm. And what I would say is this language, buyer's consultation, can sometimes scare people. It could make people not want to reach out again.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Our job is to not make it salesy, not grab you and never let you go like most consultations would. I mean, you walk into a travel destination and you want to buy one of those memberships. I'm slacking on that word, but timeshares. Okay, so we get a timeshare consultation. Well, you feel like you're just stuck. That is the opposite of what a buyer consultation or a true buyer's consultation really should be. They don't even have to be in person. So Mariah is going to really nail this one today because she does these all the time. I hear her on the phone, and she does really good work when talking to new clients and getting them up to speed of what needs to happen.
Well, at the end of the day, the thing is, this isn't something where, there's no salesiness here. We don't sell you, we're not trying to sell houses to, I guess I don't know how to say this. Like at the end of the day, we work for you. Mm-hmm. When you work with us as a real estate agent, we work for you. And the buyer consultation, I think it helps the process go a lot smoother because you have a better idea of what to expect up front, especially if you're a first-time buyer. But also, it helps give us a better idea of how to best serve you because like I said, we work for you when you work with us as your real estate agents.
Yeah.
So the first thing about a buyer consultation is it is very laid back. It might, sound like a fancy term, but it's very much just a laid back conversation about your home buying needs. This is your opportunity to get any questions about the area you're moving to, answered, or about the home buying process in general answered. So if you have questions, you can feel free to, sometimes our buyers will write questions out. They'll want to have them prepared for this consultation. And sometimes they don't, and questions just come up throughout the process. And in either way is totally fine. So don't feel like you have to, prepare a bunch of things for this. But if you would like to prepare questions, that is always welcomed. This is also an opportunity for us to get a feel for what you're looking for in a property. We will ask you a handful of questions about your preferences, what's important to you, where you're at in the process and all of that, because it gives us a better understanding of how we can help you, for one, and two, what homes to send you. The next thing we do is we set you up with a solid lender. This is important because, first of all, I feel like I just need to add, you as a buyer can work with whatever lender you want. Mm-hmm. If you want to work with your bank, your credit union, a lender that or already have, that is perfectly fine. But we have seen transactions go sideways as real estate agents because of the lender. And to be honest, the lender you use is a very big deal. And we get nothing from it. I just want our buyers to know up front, we don't get anything from it for sending you a lender. So if we recommend a lender, or honestly anyone, a home inspector, anyone, we do not get a kickback or referral fee. Like there is nothing in it for us except for the pure fact that we know let's just say lender, for example, that we, the lenders that we have, that we send people to, we know we've worked with them time and time again. We've had happy clients time and time again. We know they're going to get the job done. And our goal is for a smooth transaction. And so that's the only reason why we send you to who we send you to. Yeah. But it's up to you who you want to choose. So that's, honestly, the home buyer consultation. The last thing I'll say is, I feel like I've just been talking a lot.
No, you're good.
The last thing I will say is, most of our clients who, if you're like you listening to this video or coming from YouTube, these are relocation out-of-state clients. So if that's you, by the way, feel free to reach out. We'd love to chat with you. Shoot us an email or inquire through our website. Our contact information is below. But the majority of our clients are not in Oregon. They're people who are relocating to Oregon. They're moving to Oregon. And sometimes they're able to come visit before, but more often than not, they are not in Oregon. They do everything virtually. And so because of that, most of our home buyer consultations we do, like 99.9% of the time, are over Zoom. If you would like, we also do just a phone call if that's what you'd like. These don't take up, it doesn't have to be this super long, lengthy thing. We don't want to take up a ton of your time. But we also want to make sure that, it's as long as it needs to be for you and you get any questions that you have answered. And really a big thing that we do a lot on these calls is just answering questions about like different areas, because like I said, a lot of our clients have never been to Oregon and never do come to Oregon until after they close.
Right, totally. And one of these things that's just so important in all of these buyer consultations is understanding that you guys are in need of something, and that's generally a service. Understanding the buying side of real estate from start to finish. Now, it's my job to word that so you understand it. And if things aren't being understood, it's okay to just say, hey, wait, hold on. What does that actually mean? Because there's a lot of vocabulary out there in real estate that I had no idea what it meant until somebody break it down, or I actually lived through it to tell the tale now. So during these calls, usually I'm doing phone calls with most of my buyer consultations. Now, if you guys are in Oregon, we're ready to meet up. We can meet at Starbucks. We can meet at a restaurant. We can meet in a title agency office. It's really up to you in what form works for you. I mean, that's the end. And because the roles, I always remind you guys, don't let them get reversed. I work for you, okay? You don't work for me.
Yeah.
But what we do bring to the table is a service, a professional service, an opinion. Being Oregonians gives you true and honest feel. And what's nice about Mariah and I both, I believe, is we have different ways of thinking. It's great because we're not the same person. So if your personality clicks maybe towards women or just Mariah's personality in general, you get to say, hey, you know what? Mariah and I are good. So then all you're going to do is communicate with Mariah. And there's no harm or foul there. But on the other side, if it's me, it's me. What I'm trying to say, though, is we have a knowledge and a field with you guys being out of state that brings value. What area particularly are you looking to live in? Well, now it's my job to give you feedback on those certain areas and recommended areas and maybe neighborhoods or something where you're wanting to be in that makes sense for you. And that's what's really important. And I feel like these calls are never wasted. Whether you end up buying or you're not, it's always a relationship starter. And when we talk about relationship in real estate, there's a reason why these online-only agents that you'll never meet, they'll write something, construct, it just doesn't work, or you're working through a robot in some sense.
Like
you know what I mean? Yes, the iHome buys or something like
Zillow,
that.
Zillow home buyer.
We're dealing with a lot of money here, and we understand where I know my AI assistant Anna can ask you certain questions to get you pre-qualified to understand a general home search for you. But what we're not doing is handing out financial information and just really secret information, honestly, that we generally don't tell the public about to somebody I've never met, is what I'm trying to say. So our goal in this whole thing is to keep you comfortable. If you're uncomfortable, then, we're not doing our job right. And it's really our jobs to let you know, hey, this is how you get from point A to point B. Let's put things together for you. We got a team in place. We've been in the real estate game for quite some time now. And how are we going to make this happen for you?
Absolutely. So if you are thinking about buying a home in Oregon or relocating to Oregon, feel free to head over to our channel. We have a handful of playlists talking all about, the process, how to buy a house, tips you're going to want to know as a buyer or a seller living in Oregon, relocating to Oregon, where to live in Oregon, Oregon home tours, all of the above and more. So head over to our channel and hopefully you can grab some value there, and we'll see you next week.